finally, I'd like us to look at a song in the performance book. I'd like you to turn to page 4. It's called Jack and the Beanstalk. My guess is that you know the story, the fairy tale about Jack and the Beanstalk. And this song tells the story a bit. And it's interesting because what will happen is your hands are going to start in the middle of the keyboard, and then we're going to be moving up, just like we're climbing the tree, the stalk. And then at the very end, there will be a way for us to move down the keyboard. And I'm going to give you 2 choices of what to do. So let me explain to you. First of all, write in your starting notes. Your hands are going to be closer than they are going to be far away. This is not C position. In fact, I believe it's middle C position, it looks like. And it would help if you have a highlighter. I like to use yellow. But you're going to notice that starting in that second line, in red it says both hands are going to move up an octave. And you see, you follow that dotted line and it keeps going until you get to the next page in measure 21, where it says now both of your hands are going up 2 octaves higher than written. So 2 octaves higher than middle C is going to put you up at high C. But this is how, by our hands, and it's going to make our sound like it's going up too. So we've got the climbing going on. The musical picture is happening. You're going to notice that you're going to stay in that higher position until we get to the last line. I'm going to come back to the last line in a minute. I'd like you to look back at the beginning of the song, and with a pencil, I would like you to look for, in that first line, where you're going to find a skip. There's a skip in the right hand, and there's a skip in the left hand. Put a loop around that. And then you're going to notice that it's just stepping until you get to that skip, and then it's stepping after the skip. The left hand will do the same thing. Step to the skip, skip down, and then keep stepping. You'll move your hands, and you're going to essentially be doing the same thing. If you look at the notes, you can see that both of them are starting on C in the right hand, G in the left hand, and then you're just moving up and doing the same thing. The notes and the rhythms, the phrases are all exactly the same. It changes at number 9. And you're going to notice that your left hand note is going to stay the same. That note is G. That'll be your 4. So you're just going to be alternating 2 staccato notes in the right hand to 2 G's in the left hand. And notice in your right hand you see you've got 2 D's, and then you step up to 2 E's and 2 F's and 2 G's. And they're going to do that exact same thing up to the F's on the bottom line, and then you're going to step down and go back at the top of page 2. You're going to go back to that first theme where we're going to be stepping and then going back and forth between the hands. Now let's take a quick look at what's happening on at the last line of the music. You're seeing, it looks like some black rectangles, and they're saying that with the palms of your hands you're going to play groups of white notes. So let's move the camera and let's experiment. I'm going to show you with one hand. And so I would go, let's see, can I do it like this? And so Jack would be falling down, but it says to kind of alternate your right, your left. Let me see if I can, I'm not sure if you'd be able to see that with this, but let me try. So I'm going to alternate. And you can decide which is more comfortable. I kind of practiced it different ways. I don't know which way it works best for your hand. I'm going to go like this. So it's going to be right, left, and then it says to land on the lowest C, and then Jack is going to land on the ground there. So that's the way they have it written. In the first version of this book, they had used what's called a glissando. So it would be... and then you land at the bottom. And the way you do a glissando is you play on your fingernails, and you just slide your fingernails down. And if you're not quite sure about that, I bet Mom would show you how to do it. I'm sure she knows how to do a glissando. And then you're going to end on that lowest C on the keyboard. Now remember, the very lowest note is an A, so don't go down to the last key. You're going to stop at the last C, and then you're going to drop into that and make that a staccato note. This is a really fun song to play. You get to tell the story with your music, and I think you'd have a lot of fun doing this one. So work on Jack and the Beanstalk. You're working on staccato songs this week. And if there are any questions, you can text me through Mom or have Mom text me, and I'll try to clarify that for you. I hope you have fun with these. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.